Hello and welcome to this Sunday scan. Today I'm going to bring you this video with a couple of stocks, a few ideas to watch over the next couple of days. Starting next week, tomorrow Monday and on. And if you look at here, we're going to start with DNOW. We can see how we have flush down when the COVID started to hit back in March. Pandemic hit, we right back to prior levels of support, going right back up here. You can see how this stock has retested the prior support areas here. D now is an oil and gas name, as well as PFE, and this is one of the names that you're gonna have to, but you don't have to, but it will be better if you know that you're going into it to hold for a little while. Again, this is the energy sector. We saw a bounce over the last day or so in the energy sector names, and this is a name that can actually give us a pretty decent move to the upside. Look at how it tested these areas down here with the value of $4.29, and we moved to the high of 970. So it's a pretty decent range, and now we're retesting the prior areas of support. Look at the 4 time frame here, how in the last day we have bounced a pretty decent way, going to gain here about 15% to 16% move only on the last day. And I think that this could really be a decent opportunity going forward, buying the dip. We can also see PBF here. This is another name that we will be watching. Same area, same sector, energy sector. This thing has bounced over the last week, and it's also retesting prior areas of these lows back in March, if I'm not mistaken. Let's look at the date here, March 25th. We are hitting the same prior lows here, retesting the areas. If you have the time and you can manage to hold, this is a good dip here to buy at the prior lows of the pandemic, when the COVID started to hit the market in a pretty bad way. If you have the time to hold, I think it will be a pretty decent opportunity in a pretty decent range to hold this name. Next, we're gonna go into HMSY. We're gonna see here how it has retested these levels of consolidation, where it showed a little bit of congestion here, and we are retesting on a little bit of a flag formation here, breaking the high of the flag, which really indicates that that might be a little bit of support and strength over to the upside to test the 20 simple moving average and find support there, especially after the president and a lot of members of the White House, Senate, and people in politics got affected with the COVID. They tested positive with the COVID-19. I think we will see a lot of companies, therapeutic companies and treatment companies come back into play. Also testing, so healthcare sector names might be coming right back into play. And you can see how it's retesting these lows here on this area congestion, where it actually found support in this consolidation of the daily. I think it will be a pretty decent opportunity holding towards the upside here if we can reclaim the 20 simple moving average to come right back up. We also have AHL. We are holding in a pretty decent way here, hovering around the 20 simple moving average, breaking and reclaiming the spot with this small pennant formation on the daily here. Again, medical sector names, healthcare sector names, with the same thing that we've spoken about when it comes to the COVID-19 uh, testing and therapeutic companies to have those treatments to allow the patients to get better faster. This is holding these areas right here with a pennant formation on a daily, showing us the stochastics on the oversold spot. And I think it will be a pretty decent opportunity at the break here of these lows, which we already broke at the break of the highs. Pardon me here, $6.23. So we broke and we got to 632. If we can hold the trend there, we just reclaimed the daily spot here, if you notice, on top of the 20 simple moving average. So if we can hold this trend, we might be able to see this ramp up over the next couple of days. Okay, so again, this is also here the 4 time frame, and this is how it shows a little bit of a mess here inside of the daily. But we'll see that if we can hold the trend and the volume actually kicks in a pretty decent way with all of the news that we've seen over the last few days, we might be able to see this rack up over the last couple of days. SONN, I was not planning to bring it over on this cam, but I'm going to show you here. I took a trade a couple of Fridays ago on this thing when we had this ramp up here to $2.86. We can see we broke that prior high here going to 288. We had a high at 286 after hours when we had this move here. Then it pulled back, gave us a hammer, and came right back up, reclaiming the 20 simple moving average. This is a healthcare sector name as well, and I am expecting to see it run right back up to the upside as well. For the last name that I have here on this video, if you want to watch the rest of the watch list, you can access the link to have premium access to tradescolony.com private trading group. And in the channel names on watch, you're going to find all the details and the rest of the watch list is posted there on a regular basis. I posted many other names there with a lot of other details that are posted privately because they are exclusive to members of tradescolony.com trading group. Here we have drug manufacturers and biosciences, SLDB. Again, the president was diagnosed with the COVID. He got into the hospital and he wanted to be some sort of kind of guinea pig, according to the news, because they were trying a new treatment and a new drug with him. So he was the first one, so it seems, that was trying this new drug, right? We see drug manufacturers here, healthcare sector, a pretty hot sector coming into the next couple of days. It's going to be a lot of chatter with the COVID-19 and a lot of people from the government being affected and infected by it. So I am watching this because we have a pretty decent pocket coming up over this range here. So over the next couple of days, I'm gonna keep an eye on it. I'm gonna see if we breaks on top of this range here, get into this pocket. It could be a pretty decent opportunity over the next few days, guys.